So let's talk more about the distance, finding the distance between 2 points and finding the midpoint of the segment that connects them. So if you are given a pair of points, let's say you have the points 0, 10 and 8, 16, you can find the distance between them and you can find the midpoint by just using the distance formula. So the distance formula looks like this. It's the distance is equal to the difference between the x-coordinates squared and the difference between the y-coordinates squared. That added together and then take the square root. So we want to make sure that we label. It's very important to label so that we don't mix up which points we're talking about. So I label them as the first set of points, second set of points, and then I put them into the distance formula. So I'm going to get here, I labeled x2 as 8, x1 is 0. I'm going to put in y2, which I called 16, and y1 is 10. Now it doesn't matter if I call this the second pair and this first pair, because I find the difference between them and I square that difference, it won't make a difference in the end result. Now it is incorrect to do this, like to change the subscript within a same ordered pair. That would be not correct. But I could call this x2, y2, and this x1, y1. All right, so continuing on this, we will take an 8 minus 0 is 8, and then 16 minus 10 is 6. So I'm going to end up with 8 squared, or 8 times 8, which is 64, and 6 squared, 6 times 6, or 36. I end up with the square root of 100, and the square root of 100 is 10. Now, you may say to me, well, if I take the square root, I could get a positive root or a negative root. But when you're talking about distance, you're talking about a measurable length, and you can't measure in negative. So it's only the positive root that we're interested in. The midpoint formula, to find the midpoint between these 2 points, we have to use the midpoint formula. And our book gives us that midpoint formula as the average of the x-coordinates. So take the 2 x-coordinates, add them together, and divide by 2. And then the average of the y-coordinates. So take the 2 y-coordinates, add them together, and divide by 2. And so calculating that, putting in, again, important to label them. I already have them labeled. I'm just going to plug them in. x1 is 0, x2 is 8, y1 is 10, y2 is 16. So I'm going to end up with 8 over 2 as my x-ordered pair, and 10 plus 16 is 26, and 26 over 2 is my y-ordered pair. And simplifying that, I would get 4, 13. That would be the midpoint. Now, in order to check this, what you want to do is graph those 2 points. Now, WebAssign can be tricky to graph. Sometimes it can be very particular on where you drop that point. But we want to take a look. How would I graph this? Now, I'm going to label these by 2s because I have to go up to 16 on the y-axis because my 1 point is 8, 16. On my x-axis, I'm just going to go by 1. And so the 2 points that I was given, and I'm not interested, I mean, you can label the negatives, but I'm not interested in the negatives because I have no negative ordered pairs, but it would look like this. So the first point was 0, 10, and the second point was 8, 16. So 0, 10 means I have 0 movement on the x-axis, but up to 10. And then 8, 16 means I move 8 on the x, and then up to 16. And so it's this point, the distance is the length of this line segment between the 2 ordered pairs. And then I will just check. I came up with the midpoint of 413. And I'm going to look, does that look to be about right? Now, I'm not using graph paper, so it's not necessarily very accurate, but I can kind of get an idea. 4, 13 would fall about here, which is in the center of my line. So that's how you would do this type of problem for finding the distance between 2 points, finding the midpoint, and finding and being able to graph those 2 points.